The jungle was alive with the hum of cicadas and the distant call of howler monkeys. Lara Croft wiped the sweat from her brow, her boots sinking into the muddy earth as she pushed through the dense undergrowth. She'd been tracking the chalice of Aslan for months, a relic said to hold the power to heal any wound. Her father had spent years researching it before his death, and now she was so close she could almost taste it. "Come on, Lara," she muttered to herself, adjusting the strap of her backpack. "You didn't come all this way to give up now." The ruins loomed ahead, half buried in vines and moss. The entrance was a gaping maw of darkness, but Lara didn't hesitate. She flicked on her headlamp and stepped inside, the cool air brushing against her skin like a whisper from the past. The chamber was breathtaking. Golden light filtered through cracks in the ceiling, illuminating walls covered in intricate carvings. And there, in the center of the room, sat the chalice, a simple, unassuming cup that seemed to glow with an otherworldly light. Lara's breath caught in her throat. She reached out, her fingers trembling as they brushed against the ancient artifact. "I found it," she whispered, her voice echoing in the cavern. "Dad, I found it." But before she could lift the chalice, a voice shattered the silence. "Well, well, well. Looks like I got here just in time." Lara spun around, her hand instinctively going to the holster at her side. Standing in the entrance was Dr. Evelyn Hart, her rival, her nemesis, and, unfortunately, her former best friend. Evelyn was impeccably dressed, as always, her khaki safari outfit, looking like it had just come off a mannequin. Her smirk was as sharp as ever. "Evelyn," Lara said, her voice tight, "what are you doing here?" "Oh, Evelyn said, stepping closer. "Just following your trail. You really should cover your tracks better, Lara. It's almost too easy." Lara's jaw clenched. "This isn't a game, Evelyn. This relic, it's not just some trophy. It's important," Evelyn said, her tone dripping with condescension. "But to the rest of the world, it's just another shiny object. Let's be honest, Lara. You're chasing ghosts. Your father's theories were, well, let's just say they weren't exactly peer-reviewed." The words stung more than Lara cared to admit. She took a step forward, her fists clenched. "You don't get to talk about him. You don't get to—" But before she could finish, Evelyn lunged. The two women grappled, their shouts echoing off the walls. Lara was stronger, but Evelyn was faster, and she managed to snatch the chalice from its pedestal. She backed away, holding it aloft like a prize. "Thanks for doing all the hard work," Evelyn said, her smirk widening. "I'll take it from here." "Evelyn, don't!" Lara shouted. "You don't understand what you're dealing with." But Evelyn was already gone, disappearing into the jungle with the chalice in hand. Weeks later, Lara sat in her apartment, staring at the TV in disbelief. There was Evelyn, standing on a stage in front of a cheering crowd, holding the chalice like she single-handedly saved the world. "Thanks to my discovery," Evelyn was saying, "we now have the potential to revolutionize modern medicine. This isn't just a relic, it's a beacon of hope." Lara's blood boiled. She grabbed the remote and hurled it at the wall. "That's my discovery," she shouted at the screen. "You stole it! You! But there was no one to hear her. No one cared. Evelyn was the hero now, and Lara was just forgotten. Months passed. Lara tried to move on, but the betrayal ate at her like a poison. Then, one day, her phone rang. It was Evelyn. "Lara," Evelyn said, her voice uncharacteristically shaky. "I need your help." Lara almost hung up. Almost. But something in Evelyn's tone stopped her. "What do you want?" she asked coldly. "It's the chalice," Evelyn said. It's not what we thought. It's dangerous, Lara, and I don't know how to stop it." Lara's heart skipped a beat. "What are you talking about?" Just meet me at the lab," Evelyn said. "Please." The lab was in chaos. Equipment was overturned, and the air was thick with the smell of smoke. Evelyn was pacing, her hair disheveled and her eyes wild. "What happened?" Lara demanded. "I tried to replicate the chalice's power," Evelyn said, her voice trembling. I thought I could use it to create a cure for diseases. But it's alive, Lara. It's not a relic. It's a prison. And I think I've set it free." Lara stared at her, her anger momentarily forgotten. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying we need to fix this," Evelyn said, her voice breaking. "Together." For a moment, Lara was tempted to walk away. to let Evelyn deal with the mess she'd created. But then she thought of the chalice, of the power it held, and the damage it could do if left unchecked. "Fine," Lara said, her voice hard. "But when this is over, you're telling the world the truth. All of it." Evelyn nodded, her eyes filled with guilt and desperation. "Deal." The two women worked side by side, their old rivalry pushed aside, as they raced against time to contain the chalice's power. There were arguments, of course. Old wounds don't heal overnight. But there were also moments of unexpected camaraderie, like when Evelyn cracked a joke about Lara's ridiculous habit of carrying a grappling hook everywhere, or when Lara admitted, grudgingly, that Evelyn's scientific expertise had come in handy. In the end, they succeeded. The chalice was sealed away, its power neutralized. But as they stood in the ruins of the lab, exhausted and bruised, Lara couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness. "You know," Evelyn said quietly, "I never meant for any of this to happen. I wanted to prove I was as good as you." Lara looked at her, surprised. "You never had to prove anything to me, Evelyn. We were supposed to be a team." Evelyn smiled faintly. "Maybe we still can be." Lara didn't answer. She wasn't ready to forgive. Not yet. But as she walked away, she couldn't help but wonder if, someday, they might find their way back to the friendship they'd lost.